I know it may seem small and insignificant, but it's not about what it is, it's about what it can become. That's not a seed, any more than you're just a boy. Why are they sad and glad and bad? I do not know. Go ask your dad. You are never too old, too wacky, too wild, to pick up a book and read to a child. The words in this book are all phooey. When you say them, your lips will make slips and backflips, and your tongue may end up in St. Louis. The people that mind don't matter, and the people that matter don't mind. In my world, everyone's a pony, and they all eat rainbows and poop butterflies. If I were invited to a dinner party with my characters, I wouldn't show up. It doesn't matter what it is. What matters is what it will become. Simple it's not, I'm afraid you will find, for a mind maker-upper to make up his mind. Grey day. Everything is grey. I watch, but nothing moves today. Onward up many a frightening creek, though your arms may get sore and your sneakers may leak. Oh, the places you'll go. The sun did not shine. It was too wet to play. So we sat in the house, all that cold, wet day. You ought to be thankful a whole heaping lot for the places and people you are lucky you're not. This is not good. This is not right. My feet stick out of bed all night, and when I pull them in, oh dear, my head sticks out of bed out here. My trouble was I had a mind, but I couldn't make it up. Fame, you'll be famous as can be, with everyone watching you win on TV, except when they don't, because sometimes they won't. It all began with a shoe on the wall. A shoe on the wall shouldn't be there at all. With your head full of brains and your shoes full of feet, you're too smart to go down any not-so-good street. Fill your house with stacks of books, in all the crannies and all the nooks. You have to be a speedy reader because there's so much to read. Today is your day, your mountain is waiting, so get on your way. 'Cause when a guy does something stupid once, well, that's because he's a guy. But if he does the same stupid thing twice, that's usually to impress some girl. I know it is wet and the sun is not sunny, but we can have lots of good fun that is funny. Words and pictures are yin and yang. Married, they produce a progeny more interesting than either parent. Today I shall behave as if this is the day I will be remembered. And the turtles, of course, all the turtles are free, as turtles and, maybe, all creatures should be. When he worked, he really worked. But when he played, he really played. Sometimes you will never know the value of something until it becomes a memory. Things may happen, and often do, to people as brainy and footsy as you. If you'd never been born, then you might be an isn't. An isn't has no fun at all. No, he isn't. He who makes a beast out of himself gets rid of the pain of being a man. There's no limit to how much you'll know, depending how far beyond zebra you go. I know, up on top you are seeing great sights, but down here at the bottom we, too, should have rights. It's not about what it is, it's about what it can become. Look at me, look at me, look at me now. It is fun to have fun, but you have to know how. To the world you may be one person, but to one person you may be the world. I am the Lorax. I speak for the trees. I speak for the trees have no tongues. So the writer who breeds more words than he needs is making a chore for the reader who reads. You can get help from teachers, but you are going to have to learn a lot by yourself, sitting alone in a room. I'm glad we had the times together just to laugh and sing a song. Seems like we just got started, and then before you know it, the times we had together were gone. I'm afraid that sometimes you'll play lonely games too. Games you can't win 'cause you'll play against you. They say I'm old-fashioned and live in the past, but sometimes I think progress progresses too fast. Remember me and smile, for it's better to forget than to remember me and cry. I meant what I said and I said what I meant. An elephant's faithful 100%. From there to here, from here to there, funny things are everywhere. All alone, whether you like it or not, alone is something you'll be quite a lot. If things start happening, don't worry, don't stew, just go right along and you'll start happening too. Think left and think right, and think low and think high. Oh, the things you can think up if only you try. Fantasy is a necessary ingredient in living. It's a way of looking at life through the wrong end of a telescope. Unless someone like you cares a whole awful lot, nothing is going to get better. It's not. A person's a person, no matter how small. The more that you read, the more things you will know. The more that you learn, the more places you'll go. You'll miss the best things if you keep your eyes shut. Today you are you. That is truer than true. There is no one alive who is youer than you. Sometimes the questions are complicated and the answers are simple. You have brains in your head. You have feet in your shoes. You can steer yourself any direction you choose. You're on your own, and you know what you know, and you are the one who'll decide where to go. I like nonsense. It wakes up the brain cells. Fantasy is a necessary ingredient in living. You know you're in love when you can't fall asleep because reality is finally better than your dreams. Please don't harm all my little folks, who have as much right to live as us bigger folks do. Kids who have no interest in books are usually from slob parents who themselves had no interest in books. I'll be who I am and say what I feel because people who mind don't matter and people who matter don't mind. Don't cry because it's over. Smile because it happened. You can find magic wherever you look. Sit back and relax. All you need is a book. Those who mind don't matter, and those who matter don't mind. We should strive to treat each other with common human decency. Stop telling such outlandish tales. Stop turning minnows into whales. I am the Lorax who speaks for the trees, which you seem to be chopping as fast as you please. You can think about gloves. You can think about snoofs. You can think a long time about snoofs and their gloves. 20 years from now you will be more disappointed by the things that you didn't do than by the ones you did do. You should try these things, for these things are fun, and fun is good. I am lucky to be what I am. Thank goodness I'm not just a clam or ham or a dirty jar of sour gooseberry jam. I am what I am. That's a great thing to be. Children want the same things we want. To laugh, to be challenged, to be entertained and delighted. I am weird, you are weird. Everyone in this world is weird. One day two people come together in mutual weirdness and fall in love. When something bad happens, you have three choices. You can either let it define you, let it destroy you, or you can let it strengthen you. No matter what you do, somebody always imputes meaning into your books. I start drawing, and eventually the characters involve themselves in a situation. Then in the end, I go back and try to cut out most of the preachments.